Ladies and gentlemen, life is not a straight road, it's a labyrinth of choices, responsibilities, and challenges. To navigate this maze, we need principles, guiding truths that anchor us amidst the chaos. Today, I want to share with you 5 life-changing principles that can transform your perspective, your actions, and ultimately, your destiny. Taking responsibility for your life is the foundation upon which all personal growth is built. It begins with a simple yet profound realization: you are the primary architect of your destiny. While circumstances, luck, and the actions of others can influence your life, the power to shape your response to these factors rests solely with you. This principle demands that you stop blaming external forces for your setbacks and start acknowledging your role in both your successes and failures. It is not about self-criticism or wallowing in guilt. Instead, it's about embracing the truth that you have control over your choices. When you take responsibility, you shift from a passive participant to an active creator of your life. It means recognizing that your actions or inactions have consequences and that you have the agency to influence those outcomes. For example, if your career is stagnant, taking responsibility could mean seeking additional skills or networking more effectively rather than attributing the situation to a lack of opportunity. If relationships in your life are strained, it might involve reflecting on how your behavior contributes to the tension and making conscious efforts to improve communication. This principle also requires a willingness to face uncomfortable truths about yourself. It may feel easier to externalize problems and see yourself as a victim of circumstances, but growth often emerges from discomfort. Taking responsibility is about seeing challenges not as barriers but as opportunities to develop resilience and resourcefulness. It empowers you to move forward with clarity, knowing that you have the ability to make meaningful changes in your life. By stepping into this mindset, you embrace the power to rewrite your story, even in the face of difficulty, creating a path that aligns with your values and aspirations. Pursuing meaning instead of happiness is a fundamental shift in how we approach life's challenges and rewards. Happiness is often treated as the ultimate goal, yet it is fleeting and dependent on external circumstances. A promotion, a new car, or a holiday can bring moments of joy, but these moments are temporary. Meaning, on the other hand, provides a deeper, more enduring sense of fulfillment. It is not tied to comfort or ease but to purpose and significance. Meaning arises when we engage in activities or commitments that contribute to something larger than ourselves, whether that is raising a family, building a career that aligns with our values, or dedicating ourselves to a cause that improves the lives of others. The pursuit of meaning often requires sacrifice and hard work, and it is rarely accompanied by immediate gratification. It may involve enduring discomfort or pushing through challenges that feel insurmountable in the moment. For example, studying for years to master a skill or profession might not bring immediate joy, but it lays the foundation for a rewarding and impactful life. Similarly, supporting a loved one through a difficult time might feel burdensome, yet it strengthens relationships and deepens emotional bonds. These efforts create a lasting sense of pride and purpose that transcends the temporary highs of happiness. Meaning also provides resilience in the face of adversity. When you are anchored in a sense of purpose, you can endure hardship without feeling defeated. A person pursuing meaning finds value in the journey, even when the path is rough. By focusing on what truly matters, you cultivate a life that is rich, not because it is easy or free of pain, but because it is deeply aligned with who you are and the legacy you wish to leave behind. Speaking the truth, even when it hurts, is a practice that demands courage and integrity. Honesty is a cornerstone of trust, and without trust, relationships, whether personal, professional, or societal, begin to erode. It can be tempting to tell small lies or withhold the truth to avoid conflict or discomfort, but these actions create cracks in the foundation of authenticity. When you choose to be truthful, you demonstrate respect for yourself and others by valuing transparency over convenience. This act requires confronting situations head-on, even when the truth exposes vulnerabilities or challenges the status quo. Speaking the truth does not mean being reckless or hurtful. It requires tact, empathy, and careful consideration of how the truth is delivered. For instance, providing honest feedback to a colleague should focus on constructive insights rather than personal criticism. Similarly, addressing issues in a relationship involves expressing your feelings openly while being mindful of the other person's perspective. Truthful conversations often lead to moments of discomfort, but they also pave the way for genuine understanding and meaningful change. The courage to speak the truth strengthens your character and sense of self-worth. Each time you choose honesty over avoidance, you reinforce your commitment to living authentically. This practice also helps you face reality as it is, rather than as you might wish it to be, enabling you to make informed decisions based on facts rather than illusions. It fosters clarity and prevents the accumulation of unresolved tensions that can lead to larger issues over time. Truthfulness also inspires others to do the same, creating an environment where openness and sincerity are valued. In a world where misinformation and deception are common, the decision to speak the truth becomes a powerful act of integrity and a catalyst for deeper, more meaningful connections. Aiming higher than you think you can reach is a principle that challenges the boundaries of what you believe is possible for yourself. Many people limit their potential by setting goals that are safe and easily achievable, often out of fear of failure or rejection. However, by daring to aim beyond what feels comfortable, you open the door to growth, resilience, and the discovery of untapped abilities. Ambitious goals push you out of your comfort zone, requiring you to develop new skills, adopt innovative approaches, and persevere through obstacles that might have once seemed insurmountable. The act of setting high aspirations is transformative because it redefines what you consider to be within your reach. For instance, if you aim to write a book, launch a business, or master a challenging skill, you may not succeed perfectly on your first attempt, but the process will inevitably expand your capabilities. Along the way, you'll acquire knowledge, refine your discipline, and uncover strengths you didn't realize you possessed. Even falling short of a lofty goal often leaves you far ahead of where you would have been had you settled for something smaller. This principle also cultivates a mindset of resilience and adaptability. When you aim high, setbacks are inevitable, but they become valuable learning experiences rather than reasons to quit. Over time, this approach strengthens your confidence, as you prove to yourself that you can handle challenges and strive toward meaningful accomplishments. By striving for ambitious goals, you also inspire others. Your willingness to dream big and take bold actions demonstrates that limitations are often self-imposed. Whether you achieve your exact vision or not, the pursuit itself is a testament to the power of believing in your potential and refusing to settle for mediocrity. In aiming higher, you redefine what is possible for yourself and those who look up to you. Confronting your fears directly is a transformative principle that reshapes the way you perceive challenges and obstacles. Fear often exerts a disproportionate influence over our decisions, holding us back from opportunities and growth. Left unchecked, it grows stronger, feeding off avoidance and hesitation. By facing fear head-on, you strip it of its power and prove to yourself that you are stronger than the anxiety it creates. This process begins with identifying what you are afraid of, whether it's public speaking, failure, rejection, or the unknown. Acknowledging your fears without judgment is the first step toward overcoming them. When you confront fear, you learn that the reality of facing it is often far less daunting than the anticipation. For example, the fear of public speaking may loom large in your mind, but stepping onto a stage and delivering even a simple message can reveal that the fear was exaggerated. Each time you confront a fear, you expand your comfort zone, making it easier to tackle similar challenges in the future. This builds confidence and a sense of agency over your life. Facing fears also provides clarity. Often, the things we fear most are those that matter most to us, whether it's pursuing a dream, expressing vulnerability, or standing up for our beliefs. By confronting fear, you align yourself more closely with your values and priorities, rather than letting fear dictate your actions. The process of overcoming fear involves courage, preparation, and persistence. It may not be easy, and the results may not be immediate, but the act of confronting fear is inherently empowering. Each step forward creates momentum, gradually diminishing the hold fear has over your life. In confronting fear, you open doors to opportunities, relationships, and achievements that would have remained inaccessible if fear had been allowed to control your decisions. In conclusion, these 5 principles, taking responsibility for your life, pursuing meaning instead of happiness, speaking the truth even when it hurts, aiming higher than you think you can reach, and confronting your fears directly, are not just ideas to contemplate but actions to embody. They are the compass points that guide us toward a life of purpose, integrity, and fulfillment. Embracing these principles requires effort, courage, and a willingness to step into discomfort, but the rewards are immeasurable. They transform how we see ourselves, how we navigate challenges, and how we contribute to the world around us. Remember, the journey of life is not about perfection but progress. Each step you take toward living by these principles moves you closer to becoming the person you are meant to be. Growth comes not from avoiding the storms but from learning to sail through them with intention and resilience. Thank you all for taking the time to reflect on these ideas with me today. I hope these principles resonate with you and inspire you to take action in your own lives. Your time and attention are deeply appreciated, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to share this message with you. Take care, stay courageous, and remember that even the smallest steps forward can lead to profound transformation. Thank you, and goodbye.